Good day everyone, especially to Sir Richie Lauren. This is the presentation that we prepared. The Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, Relationship with the External Stakeholders. These are the learning objectives. The learner is expected to know what is the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, how important is the Code of Ethics for Professional Teacher, and understanding the section code of professional teachers. Introduction. Teachers have great influence in the lives of their learners. They are expected to be professionally competent in the practice of their profession. Moreover, they need also to possess good reputation not only in school but in the entire community. Having this big responsibility in the learning environment, teacher must be guided by this document which comprehensively discuss the different expectations from a teacher. Like Sir Richie example before, if you remember, a teacher always go in Ramatyan and magsugal even though he is wearing his uniform. Very unprofessional action as a teachers. And being a teacher, we have to be a good not only inside the school but also outside, because people saw teachers as professional and have to be respected. They expect a lot of good action from a professional teachers. Before we proceed, do you have any idea what is the code for professional teachers? You can comment down below in the chat box and we will give you a 30 seconds. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let us see if you get the correct answer. A professional code of ethics outlines teachers' primary responsibilities to their students and define their role in a student's life. Educators must demonstrate impartiality, integrity, and ethical behavior in the classroom, whether virtual or in person, and in their conduct with parents and co-workers. As a future teacher, we have to do our part in a student's life. As you remember, you're doing your profession because it is your mission, not your job. In your own opinion, how important the Code of Ethics for Professional Teacher? You can write down your answer in the chat box below. We will give you a 30 seconds and your time starts now. Time's up. Let us see if your idea is correct. The Code of Ethics for Teacher is designed to protect the right of the students. All the students. It is important that teachers understand that when they get a teaching position, they are agreeing to follow the Code of Ethics. As a future educator, we have to follow what is in the Code of Ethics, do our responsibilities, to know what is our role in a student's life, and to show impartiality, integrity, and ethical behavior inside or outside the school. Before we proceed, I will read you a quote from Japanese proverbs. Better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. These are some facts about teachers. Teachers love students who come to class every day with a good attitude and genuinely want to learn. One thing we don't know about teachers is that they show our willingness to learn. Teachers are real people. They have lives outside of school. They have terrible days and good days. They make mistakes. Each and every one of us is not perfect, right? But the most important thing is we have to learn from our mistakes and do not commit to do it again. Teachers are continuously evolving. They are always searching for better ways to reach their students. All of the teachers aims the best for their students. Maybe we can say that some of our teachers are strict, but it is for our own sake. Teachers do have a favorites. They may not come out and say it, but there are those students, for whatever reasons, with whom they have a natural connections. Not literally a favoritism that even though he or she is not complying the requirements, he or she always got a higher grade. But that kind of students in Bisaya word, saligando o masaligan, the one that can handle their classmates if the teacher is not around. Teachers are control freaks. They hate it when things do not go according to the plan. I will give you an example. If the teachers give you an instruction to do this thing, then you will not follow. Maybe the teachers get angry, right? Teachers understand that individual students and individual classes are different and tailor their lessons to meet those individual needs. For example, you have a lot of knowledge on this subject, but in the other you don't have. That's the reason why teachers teaching different in order to meet individual needs. Teachers do not always get along with each other. They may have personality conflicts or disagreements that fuel a mutual dislike, just as any profession. Teachers appreciate being appreciated. They love it when students or parents do something unexpected to show their appreciation. If you remember, Sir Richie said that if you are a good teacher, some people know you but you don't know them. Matingalan lang ka na ay mag-offer nimog lingkuranan sa bus. Teachers generally do not like standardized testing. They believe it creates added unnecessary pressures on them and their students. We students can relate this, right? Especially when we have our activities and we have to reach high standard performance. It feels like a lot of pressure. Teachers do not become teachers because of their paycheck. They understand that they are usually going to be underpaid for what they do. Just like what I said before, educators doing their profession because it is their mission, not a job. Article 8. The teachers and the learners. But before that, for your own understanding, how important is the relationship between the teachers and the learners? You can comment down below your answer on the chat box. We will give you a 30 seconds to answer this question. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let us see if your idea or opinion is correct.
Now, let's proceed to Article 8, the teachers and the learners. Let's start with the Section 1. A teacher has a right and duty to determine the academic marks and the promotions of learners in the subject or grades he handles. Such determination shall be in accordance with generally accepted procedures of evaluation and measurement. In case of any complaint, teachers concerned shall immediately take appropriate action observing due process. Section 2. A teacher shall recognize that the interest and welfare of learners are of first and foremost concerns, and shall deal justifiably and impartially with each of them. Section 3. Under no circumstance shall a teacher be prejudiced nor discriminated against by the learner. Section 4. A teacher shall not accept favors or gifts from learners, their parents or others in their behalf in exchange for requested concessions, especially if undeserved. Section 5. A teacher shall not accept, directly or indirectly, any remuneration from tutorials other what is authorized for such service. Section 6. A teacher shall base the evaluation of the learner's work only in merit and quality of academic performance. Section 7. In a situation where mutual attraction and subsequent love develop between teacher and learner, the teacher shall exercise utmost professional discretion to avoid scandal, gossip, and preferential treatment of the learner. Section 8. A teacher shall not inflict corporal punishment on offending learners, nor make deduction from their scholastic ratings as a punishment for acts which are clearly not manifestation of poor scholarship. Lastly, the Section 9. A teacher shall ensure that conditions contribute to the maximum development of learners are adequate, and shall extend needed assistance in preventing or solving learners' problems and difficulties. So, do you remember the 9th section of Article 8? If you remember them, now let's proceed to our quiz. Identify what section number is this. Example, question number 1. A teacher has a right and duty to determine the academic marks and the promotion of learners in the subject or grades he handles. Such determination shall be in accordance with generally accepted procedures of evaluation and measurement. In case of any complaint, teachers concerned shall immediately take appropriate actions observing due process. And the answer is Section 1. Easy, right? And now let's proceed to our quiz. I will give you 2 minutes and 30 seconds to answer. Write your answer in the comment box below. And your timer starts now. let's proceed to our second page of our quiz. I will give you 2 minutes and 30 seconds to answer and write your answer in the comment box below, and your timer starts now. Time's up. And now we are done for our quiz. Let's see if you get it right. If you got all the correct answers, then congratulations. You are actually listening to our presentation. And now let's proceed to conclusions. Conclusion. Perhaps the teacher's traits that are wished by most can be summed up in the words caring, compassionate, and fair. Article 8, the teacher and the learner of the Code of Ethics describes the professional teacher to be such fair because he or she bases the evaluation of the learner's work on merit and quality of academic performance, shall not make deduction from learners such scholastic ratings as primary scholastic, and determine academic marks in accordance with generally accepted procedures of evaluation and measurements, and shall handle each learner justly and impartially. Should love develop between teacher and student? The professional teacher is expected to be fair because he or she shall exercise utmost professional discretion to avoid preferential treatment of the learner. Teacher fairness is assured when a teacher does not accept favors or gifts from learner or their parents in exchange for requested concessions. The professional teacher is likewise described as caring and compassionate. Article 8 points out that the professional teacher has the interest and welfare of learners as his or her first and foremost concern, and under no circumstance shall a teacher be prejudiced nor discriminatory against any learner. The professional teacher is also seen to be caring and compassionate when he or she does not inflict corporal punishment on offending learners. Here are the resources of our presentation. Thank you for watching and listening to our presentation. I hope you learned something about this topic.